What is going on, chat, man? We are back, and today we are reacting to how good was the 1996 Chicago Bulls really. Chat, this was highly anticipated and highly recommended, man. And bro, let me be honest with y'all, bro. Around this era, bro, LeBron, Jordan was dominating for a good amount of time, bro, but I don't know how good this, specific team was. Like, I know that, their era was good, but I don't know how good this 96 team was. So it's gonna be hella interesting. If y'all new to the channel, enjoy this type of content, hit that sub button, man. Join the crew. But hey, let's get to it. Yes, sir.
72 wins, 10 losses, a scoring title, regular season MVP, All-Star MVP, Finals MVP, and a championship on Father's Day. This is the incredible story of Michael Jordan and the 1995-96 Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
To understand how legendary this was, we have to go back. Rewind the tape back to 1993. Michael Jordan was on top of the world. He had just won his third straight championship. But then, an unthinkable tragedy struck. His best friend and father, James Jordan, was tragically murdered. Michael was devastated. He had already won 3 straight championships with the Bulls. He felt like he had nothing left to prove on the hardwood. So on October 6, 1993, he announced his retirement. The greatest player in basketball walked away at just 30 years old, but Jordan was not done competing. For nearly 2 years, Jordan tried his hand at professional baseball playing for the Birmingham Barons, a minor league team of the Chicago White Sox. But basketball was still in his blood.
So is that a G League team of an actual baseball team? How did they just let... Yo, chat, I never understood this, though. How did they just let him go and play baseball, though? Like let him in the MLB.
Game he loved kept calling him back. Fast forward to March 18, 1995, the NBA world exploded. Michael Jordan sent a simple fax to his team and the media saying, "I'm back." Jordan returned wearing the number 45 jersey, but after nearly 18 months away from basketball, he was rusty. In his first game back against the Indiana Pacers, he scored 19 points in a loss. Even then, there was still flashes of greatness. In only his 5th game back, Jordan entered the Madison Square and dropped 55 points against the New York Knicks. The Bulls made the playoffs as the 5th seed. In the first round against the Hornets, the Bulls finished the job in 4 games. In the Eastern Conference semifinals, they ran into a young Magic team led by Shaquille O'Neal and Penny Hardaway. They eliminated the Bulls in 6 games. Even then, Jordan still averaged 31, 6, and 4 in the series. For the first time since 1990, Michael Jordan entered the playoffs and failed to reach the NBA Finals. People actually started to whisper that Michael Jordan had lost his...
Chat, during this time, a lot of people probably thought, like, Jordan is probably trash. Like, if you really think about it, a lot of people probably thought that, bro. Like, at a certain time, they was thinking that, bro. Probably at this time. It's crazy.
Magic. They said he was too old, too slow. But Jordan did not run from the Orlando loss. He studied it. During the summer of 1995, Jordan trained like a maniac. He filmed the movie Space Jam during the day, and at night, he hosted the best players in the NBA in a special gym built just for him. Jordan was preparing for more than another season. He was preparing for revenge, but the Bulls knew they needed a little more muscle to win a championship. The Bulls traded center Will Perdue to the San Antonio Spurs for Dennis Rodman. Rodman had colored hair, tattoo.
Bro, that is like the biggest finesse, bro. Because how good was the big man that they traded for? Because I'm going to be honest, chat, I never heard of him before, bro. So imagine they traded him just for a Dennis Rodman. Like, that's crazy. That's easy.
And a bad boy attitude. But he was also the greatest rebounder the game had ever seen.
Damn, he's bullying the hell out of
Together
Charles
with
Barkley.
Scottie Pippen, the ultimate lockdown defender, and a laser-focused Michael Jordan, the Bulls formed a big 3 that terrified the rest of the league. Around them were Ron Harper, Luke Longley, Tony Kukoc, Steve Kerr, and a bunch of role players.
Let's get it.
The 1995-96 season started like a rocket. The Bulls opened their season against the Charlotte Hornets. Any questions about Jordan's form disappeared quickly. He scored 42 points and...
Yeah, you see, that's how you know the media switches up so fast, bro. Like, you can have a bad game, they'll call you trash, this, and when you pop out, go crazy, everyone's gonna be like, damn. Like, come on, bro. Y'all really thought Jordan was gone, bro?
Led Chicago to a 105-91 victory. This was not number 45 trying to rediscover himself. The number 23 was back. The Bulls won their first 5 games before suffering their first loss against Orlando. For many teams, that loss would have created...
Bro, I know that pissed off Jordan. I know that pissed off Jordan, bro. You know he took that personal because he lost in the playoffs and lost in the regular season.
doubt. For Chicago, it created focus. When the Bulls met Orlando again 1 month later, Jordan scored 36 points as Chicago earned a convincing victory. The Bulls began the season 23-2. Night after night, they kept winning. There was no simple way to stop them. The Bulls did not just win games, they frustrated their opponents. Their defense pressured ball handlers, forced difficult shots, and turned mistakes into fast break points. Jordan and Pippen could defend the other team's best scorers, while Rodman chased almost every missed shot. From late December into early February, the Bulls won 18 straight games. The Bulls went undefeated throughout January. By February, their record was an unbelievable 41 wins and only 3 losses, 41-3. By the All-Star break, it was no longer a question of whether Chicago was the best team in the league. The question was whether anyone could stop them from becoming the greatest team ever.
Damn, okay.
March 7th against the Pistons. MJ drops the biggest scoring game of the season with 53 points. But here's the crazy part. He did it shooting a ridiculous 75% from the floor. He wasn't just getting buckets either. Jordan was a two-way terror, ripping down 11 boards and swiping 6 steals, marching the Bulls to a blowout 102-81 victory. This game was his whole season in a nutshell. Unguardable scoring, lockdown defense, and absolute total control. As the wins continued, the Bulls began chasing a record many people thought could never be broken. The 1971-72 Los Angeles Lakers had won 69 games. No NBA team.
That's an easy achievement, bro. Come here, man. We gonna take that off easily, man. Come on.
Team had ever reached 70. Chicago had a chance to become the first. Teams wanted to be remembered as the opponent that stopped history. The Bulls were tired, and the schedule gave them very little rest. April 16th, 1996. The Bulls take down the Bucks 86-80. Win number 70. Everyone thought 70 wins in a single NBA season was absolutely impossible. But for Michael and this Chicago squad, history was just another night at the office. 5 days later, a win over Washington cemented it, 72-10. A ridiculous 39-2 at home, 33-8 on the road, and crushing teams by an average of 12 points a night. Complete domination. Jordan finished the season with 48 30-point game. He scored 40 or more 9 times that season.
48 30-point games. There's only 82 games in a season. So he probably averaged like, bro.
He played all 82 games and averaged 30.4 points, 6.6 rebounds, 4.3 assists, and 2.2 steals. Jordan's regular season earned him his 4th NBA Most Valuable Player. Earlier in the year, he had also won the All-Star Game MVP award. Jordan finished the regular season with another scoring title, his 8th, moving him past Wilt Chamberlain's former record of 7. But one award was missing, Finals MVP. To complete the ultimate MVP treble, Jordan had to finish the job in June. First, Chicago had to survive the Eastern Conference. Spoiler alert, they wasted no time. Opening the playoffs against Alonzo Mourning and the Miami Heat, the Bulls came out swinging. They won Game 1 by 17, embarrassed them in Game 2 by 31, and MJ dropped 26 in Game 3 to complete the sweep and send Miami packing. The Bulls were rolling, but waiting in the second round was an old, bitter rival, Patrick Ewing and the New York Knicks. MJ set the tone immediately, dropping 44 points in a hard-fought 91-84 Game 1 win. But these were the 90s Knicks. They weren't going down without a fight. In Game 3, New York snatched an overtime victory, despite Jordan dropping 46 points. But that just poked the bear. The Bulls locked in and won the next 2 games, sending New York packing in.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. For Jordan to just whoop the Knicks in New York is just way more impressive, because you gotta understand it's Madison Square Garden, chat. Madison Square Garden is like the biggest arena, I think, right? Or like the most populated in the NBA, right, chat? Let me know.
5. The Bulls were back in the Eastern Conference Finals, but this wasn't just another series. Waiting for them was the team that humiliated Jordan just 1 year earlier, the Orlando Magic. The stage was set, but the Bulls were out for blood. Game 1 was an absolute bloodbath. The Bulls shattered the Magic 121-83. From the opening tip, Orlando knew this was not the team they played last year. Rodman swallowed up every rebound. Pippen attacked from all angles. The perimeter defense completely suffocated Penny Hardaway, and they finally had the muscle to throw at Shaquille O'Neal. The Bulls won Game 2, then marched into Orlando to claim Game 3. And in the closeout Game 4, Jordan delivered a masterpiece.
Chat, were they comparing Penny Hardaway to Jordan at this time?
45 points on an absurd 70% from the field. Chicago swept Orlando. The revenge was complete, and the NBA Finals were calling. Only one obstacle stood between the Bulls and the championship. The Seattle Supersonics, led by the high-flying Shawn Kemp and the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Gary Payton. It is easy to forget just how dangerous this Seattle team was. They didn't just stumble into the finals. The Sonics were an absolute wagon, racking up 64 wins for the second-best record in the league. Did they genuinely believe they could slay the 72-win Bulls? Absolutely. And honestly, you cannot even blame them. To get out of the West, Seattle had to walk through an absolute bloodbath,
Damn, they had to really play a whole bloodbath, bro. Oh my gosh.
taking down Karl Malone's Utah Jazz and dethroning Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets. But the Bulls set the tone early. Jordan handled business in Chicago, dropping 28 points in Game 1, then follows it up with 29 and 8 assists to scrape out a tight Game 2 win. In Game 3, Jordan marched into a hostile Seattle arena and hung 36 points on their heads. And just like that, it's 3-0. The greatest season in sports history was 48 minutes away from a ring. But Seattle refused to roll over. Seattle shocked Chicago, winning Game 4 and 5. Suddenly, the invincible Bulls were flying back to Chicago, clinging to a 3-2 lead. The air was tense. One more loss would mean a winner-take-all Game 7. But Michael Jordan was about to make sure that game never happened.
Bro, you know this guy always makes sure it never happens.
Game 6, June 16th, 1996. A date that carried a weight heavier than the Larry O'Brien Trophy itself. It was Father's Day, and for the first time, Michael was playing in a finals without his dad there to watch him. Fueled by that quiet weight, Jordan posted 22, 9, and 7 to finish off the Sonics 87-75. As the final buzzer sounded, the unbreakable facade finally cracked. He grabbed the game ball and collapsed onto the floor. All year, he had masked the pain, silenced the doubters, and stayed locked in. But in the locker room, sobbing violently on the floor with the basketball clutched to his chest, the world saw what this really meant. This wasn't just a championship. It was the end of a brutal redemption arc. From the baseball diamond through the
Bro, this is such a crazy redemption arc too. It's like a comic book how Jordan's career was like a career, bro. It looks like a comic book.
heartbreak of 95 and right back to the absolute pinnacle of the sport. And he did it on the exact day he would have wanted to share with his father. Jordan was crowned Finals MVP, capping off a playoff run where he averaged 30.7 points a night. But more importantly, the 96 season sent a terrifying message to the league. The old Michael Jordan wasn't back. A smarter, stronger, more ruthless Michael Jordan had taken his place.
Nah,
72
facts.
wins, 10 losses, 1 championship. This was the year Michael Jordan took back the
Chat, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, bro. This guy Jordan is one of a kind. Like, he's a one of a kind athlete that's just really good at what he's doing, bro. Like, he's really good at what he's doing on the basketball court, man. And it's still insane how people talk about it till this day because it's that good, bro. But, this is the end of the video, chat. So, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and recommend me some more bangers, bro, because this was an absolute banger, man. But, with that being said, I'll catch y'all next time. Yes, sir.